regardless suggestions. Suppose they all dug in. We'd only accelerate the gravity of the situation using incendiary tactics. Besides, after we rounded them up, where would we put them if we burned up all the shacks? In our own bedrooms?
I agree, sir, but the mood of the crowd is becoming irrational. In anger and frustration, they've forgotten their purpose was to find the Negro.
At all costs, stamp out all burning proposals. Must prevent extremist notions from getting ascended. Get with it now. Wait, if for Jehovah's sake, find that trifling slack of wood fence.
Miss Mary, we found some.
Where? Oh, what you where, girl? The hospital. I should have known. How did those helpless, crippled, cut, shot Negroes disappear from a hospital? Tell me more, girl.
They all in the coma.
They all in the what?
In a coma, sir.
Talk sense, girl. What do you mean they all in the coma?
Doctor said every last one of those niggas are laying bed still. Now, neither alive or dead. Laying up there in the coma, sir. Every last one of them.
Yes, give me the Confederate memorial. Put me through the staff chief. This is the mayor. Same? Yeah. So what's this out here? But how could they be in a coma saying, oh, you don't know? Then what the hell is the city paying you for? You got enough action quacks there to find out. What do you mean Negroes know something about drugs or butchers know? Then what the crap good on, hell? All right, I'll be calm. Now tell me. Well, can't you give him a little injection or something? You did? Well, look, did you try a little rub treatment on him? Oh, you did? All right, Sam, keep trying. Can't wake him up. Lazy. Negroes that sick won't get no better, and then that's half well won't get no better either. Babies that's come won't show no life, and then that's due won't be born. He say Negroes with cuts won't bleed, and them which need blood won't be transfused. He say even dying Negroes is even refusing to pass away. That's it. All of the police, the jail. If there's one place we got Negroes captive, it's there. Them boys too old to act right, though. Colors all white. Go on. Negroes.
Yeah, bullshit. They don't know whether they still on premises or not. When they went to rouse me for jailbirds this morning, cell block doors refused to swing open. Tried everything. Even exploded dynamite charges. But it just wouldn't budge.
What about trains and buses passing through? There must be some dangers riding through.
He checked. I want on over.
You check and see if any other town don't stay Negroes.
Things are status quo everywhere.
Then wonder why they're picking on us for.
Miss Mary, you called earlier. She said she was super nice and her lift this last night. When she woke up this morning, he was gone. She missed him all day.
Could Negroes be holding brother-in-law Woodfield's hostage?
No, sir. Besides him, the investigation is real that doesn't or most promises. School city council members, the chairman, the dream chairman coverage, our city college, all Southern half black, the Confederate Rebellion, the Cotton Festival of the Year, and numerous other miscellaneous nobodies are all as dangerous evidence pointing to the conclusion that they all been infiltrated.
Infiltrated? Passing all along, you say? No. Passing the dirty monopolizers. Gentlemen, it pains me to surrender our state's right to veto, but it is my solemn task and frightening duty to inform you that we have no other recourse but to seek outside help for the living.
Decrepit old men and women, usually tended by faithful nurses and servants, are popping off like flies, abandoned by sons, daughters, and grandchildren whose refusals to provide their dowry relatives with bedpans and other soothing necessities that result in their hasty, nasty, messy corpus delicity. Ladies and gentlemen, as you challenge in from the joys and headaches of workday chores, and dust begins to descend on this sleepy southern hamlet, we repeat, today, before early morning dew had dried upon magnolia blossoms, your comrade citizens of this lovely Dixie village awoke to the realization that some, pardon me, not some, but all of their Negroes were missing, absent, bamboozled, departed, useless, and led away, gone, and so far on retreat. In order to dispel your infidelity, then the contempt of your suffering patience, and possibly prepare you for the likelihood of an equally nightmarish eventuality. We have gathered a cross-section of this city's most distinguished leaders for exclusive interview. First, Miss Council Clean, Grand Dragon of this area's most active civic organization and staunch fairweather of the political opposition. Miss Clean, how would you account for this incredible disappearance?
A plot, plain and simple, as plain as the corn on your feet.
Whom would you consider responsible?
I could go on all night.
Inside of you?
Too numerous.
Just one?
Name names when time comes.
Could you be referring to native Negroes?
Ever tried quarantining a leper from its spots?
Their organization?
Ever slice a nose off a mouth and still keep a face?
Commies?
Ever go to a family reunion looking for a spouse?
Your city government?
Now you're talking.
State administration?
Warming up.
The federal?
Can a blind man see?
The court?
Is a pig clean?
Clergy?
Do a whole cat steak?
Well, Mrs. Clan, with this massive complicity, how do you think the plot could have been prevented from succeeding?
If I would have been in office, this would have never happened.
Then your lying major blame on the doorstep of the present administration.
Damn tootin'.
But with your oft-expressed views, Miss Clan, shouldn't you and your followers be delighted at the turn of events? After all, isn't it one of your main policies to drive the Negroes away? Drive them back to where they came from.
Drive, girl, drive. When we say so and not before, ain't supposed to do nothing till we tell them. Gotta stay put till we exercise our God-given right to tell them when to get it.
But why argue if they merely jump the gun? Why not rejoice at the purging premature of undesirables?
The time ain't right yet, girl. The time ain't right yet.
Thank you, Mrs. Clan, for being so kind. Mrs. A, over here, Mrs. A. Ladies and gentlemen, the City Social Welfare Commissioner, Mrs. Hannah A. Mrs. A, with all your Negroes AWOL, having deployments alleviated staggering demands made upon your welfare department, reduction of relief requests, elimination of case loans, removal of chronic welfare dependents, etc.
Well, quite the contrary. Disruption of our pilot being among Negroes. That's our white community with extreme partisan. You see, historically, our agency has been foremost contributors to the Negro Get a Job movement. We pioneered in enforcing social welfare theories, which oppose colonies and space. We strenuously believe in helping the Negroes help themselves by participating in meaningful labor. Relief is out, work is in, is our motto. We place them as maids, cooks, butlers, breastfeeders, shoe shine boys, hospital diggers, wash babies, maintainers, and so on. Mostly on volunteer, self-work basis.
Hired at prevailing salaried rates, of course.
God forbid, money is unimportant. It don't make them worse. Our main goal is to improve their ethical being. Rehabilitation through positive participation is our motto. All unwed mothers, loose malingering fathers, bastard children, and shiftless grandparents are kept occupied through constructive muscle therapy. This provides the Negro with less opportunity to indulge in pleasure-loving or moral inclination.
They volunteer to participate in these pilot projects.
The notorious trends. When I said volunteering, I meant the whites and overwhelming the communities do the volunteering. In Operation Uplift,
parents from a moral standpoint.
Any moral act, my friend, morally wrong and ethically indefensible, a perversion of Christian principles to be condemned from every pulpit of this nation.
Okay.
It's basically a reversion of the Negro to his deep-rooted primitivism. Now at last you can understand the difficulties of the church in attempting to anchor God's kingdom among ungrateful. It's a doctrine, unrelenting, no holds barred struggle against Satan to wrestle away souls like his possession for countless centuries. Despite all our aid, guidance, solace, and protection, oh, Beelzebub still retains the nation's grips upon the Negro's childish Lord, compared to the lure of bright flanks to an end.
But actual physical departure, Red Powers. How do you explain that?
Voodoo, my friend. They insist they'll probably employ some heathen magic which we cultivate, sophisticated Christians know absolutely nothing about. However, before long, we are confident about counteracting this evil witch doctrine and triumphing in our holy Savior's name. At this perilous juncture, true believers of all denominations are participating in joint, round-the-clock observance, offering prayer for our Master's swift and reception. I'm optimistic about the outcome of this invitation, which prompts me, if I may now, to offer these words of counsel to our delinquent Negroes. I say to you without reticence or vengeance, according to the phrase of one of your greatest prophets, Booker T. Washington. Return your brothers to where they lay, and all will be forgiven.
A very inspirational appeal, Red Powers. I'm sure they'll find the struggle with magnanimity irresistible. Thank you, Red Powers. All in all, as you have witnessed, ladies and gentlemen, this town symbolizes the face of disaster. Suffering as mirrors as any city wrecked, ravaged, and devastated by the wars. A bright, lively, thriving organism brought to a seeking hope by the strange enigma of the missing Negroes. We now bring you to the offices of the one man into whose hands has been thrust the final responsibility of rescuing this metropolis of the precipice of destruction. We give you the Honorable Henry R.E. Lee. Hello, Mayor Lee.
Hello, Jackie.
Mayor, we have just concluded interviews from the leading spokesmen. And if I may say so myself, sir, they don't sound too encouraging about the situation.
Nonsense, Jack. Situation well in hand. Couldn't be any more well in hand under the circumstances, of course, because underneath every dark cloud, there's always a ray of sunlight.
Have you discovered one, sir?
Well, Jack, I tell you, we've been facing a little crisis, but look at it like this. We've faced it before. Sherman marched to Georgia once, and Lincoln freed the slaves momentarily. Carpetbaggers even Negroes in the governor's mansion, state legislative senate of the United States Senate. But what happened? Old Dixie bounced right on back up. At this moment, the Supreme Court is trying to put the Negro in our school system, and the Negro's got in his head to put himself everywhere. But what you expect gonna happen? Old Dixie gonna kangaroo back up even higher. Cause Southern courage, fortitude, chivalry, and superiority always wins out. Shucks, we have us some Negroes folk like vanishing from the sky.
Mr. Mayor, I hate to intrude on this note, but in an earlier interview, one of your chief opponents, Miss Clan, hinted at your own complicity in the affair.
Oh, a lot of poppycock. Clan is politicking. This is no time for partisan politics. What we need now is level-headedness and across-the-board unity. This typical mealy-mouthed branch shooting off at the lip of Clan and hurrying proves their insincerity. And voters will remember this come next election. Won't you voters?
Mr. Mayor, your cheerfulness and affectionate good spirits lead me to conclude that new developments warrant fresh kind of optimism. What concrete declassified information do you have to support your claim that the Negroes will reappear before nightfall?
Because, Jackie, we are presently awaiting the masterful payoff of a 5-point super recovery program which can't help but to reap us a bonanza of Negroes before Sunday. First, exhaustive efforts to help pinpoint missing dogs continue to zoom in on the food side. The President of the United States, after an immediate cabinet meeting, has designated us the prime disaster area of the century. National Guard's already on its way. That's right. Third, in an unusual yet bold maneuver, we have appealed to the NAACP and all other Negro conspirators to help us get to the bottom of this vanishing act. And fourth, we have expressed our non-receivable option and requested that all fraternal southern states lend us some of their Negroes temporarily on credit. You want your Negroes, right? We have already got consent from the governor himself to round up all straight access or incomparable Negroes under the escort of the state militia. That's why we stop the pessimism and are brimming with confidence that this full-scale concerted mobilization will read down a jackpot of booth before light action from the sky. Wait, don't even think that. But speculating on the dark side of your question, we don't get us no darkness before light gone from the sky. It may all be over. The harm's already been done. You see, we, the South, has always been glued together by the uninterrupted presence of its darkness. Who knows how stuck we did if things keep on going on like they have? I'm just saying. Well, Mr. Collins, he and Jackson had right.
Situation on the home front remains static, sir. Cancer covers thing or shadow. The NAACP and all other Negro friend particles deny any knowledge or connection with the missing Negroes. Maintain this even after appearing before the Senate Emergency Investigative Committee, which supported them to Washington Post case and threw them in jail for contempt. A handful of Negroes who agreed to make spectacular appeals for all to come back to us have themselves mysteriously disappeared. But worst news of all, sir, is our sister cities and counties inside and outside the state have changed their minds, falling back on their promises and refuse to lend us any Negroes, claiming they don't have enough for themselves.
What about Negroes promised by the government?